Okay, so pretty much today we're gonna go over how to randomly generate integers using the random integer generator on our calculators. This mirrors for scientific calculators with the use of TI 30XS or 30X2S, or the Casio CashWiz, or any other Casio from what I've noticed. Oh, I forgot to put over here. B in calculator. Okay, because we had that, these casinos have menus and modes. We'll see that when we see it. But anyways, come over here. The first I'm going to look at is the TI-4s, the TI-30XS. I remember how they work. So what we're just doing here is the objective is to randomly select 8. I'll make it 5. 5 integers between 1 and 50. So, pretty much the formula that we pretty much use is over here. This ultimate goal is to get a formula that looks something like this. And we're pretty much have to figure out what is the upper and lower limit and how many times are we doing this. Okay, that's where step 5 comes in, 4 or 5, depending on which area you have, comes into play. So what we're definitely seeing here is the smallest integer, okay, that we're starting to do our labels or that's provided to us is the lower limit. While the highest integer, the largest integer, okay, is the upper limit. And pretty much, we want to do the selection 5 times. So this number says that we need to repeat 5 times. And that's what we're going to pretty much be doing. So when we put it into the formulas, what we're definitely seeing here is it'd be pretty much ran, or wrong, okay, ran, int, in parentheses, and inside here, what we're going to be doing is we're putting the 1 and the 50, those in parentheses, and after that, we're going to repeat. Five times. Or I should say do 5 times. Okay. And so once again, inside here, what you might notice is that this portion here might be changing depending on what calculator you have, but it's a bit the same syntax either way. Just the way you type in is different, and the result is the same. So let's go ahead and get that into our calculator using the information above. So when we go over to the TI-30X and TI-30X2X, we're pretty much saying the first thing we always do is go to prob and hit prob, and then from here we're going to select random and then select random int. If it's a TI-X, it's pretty much just selecting this guy, random int as a whole, which is pretty much the expression starter. And then pretty much just complete the formula and press enter and repeat it multiple times until we get our sample of 5 integers, or selection of 5. And that's what we're going to do. So I'll come over here, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this guy on, okay? And I'm gonna start. So, first thing first, I'm gonna go ahead and hit prob. A probability is pretty much right here, the button right here, so I'm gonna hit prob. And then I'm gonna highlight ran, it shows with highlight ran. And so when I highlight it, I have the option of selecting ran int. That's what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna select ran int. And what comes over here, so let me just go ahead and adjust this real quick. So what we're really doing here is highlight. Let me just erase. Highlight ran. And select ran int. So now it's correct to what I need. So I'm going to select it with pressing enter, like I have there. And from there, I just fill in the formula, so I'm filling in 1, comma. And notice how over here, I have a little note here, showing, indicating that in order for you to get to your comma, you have to first press second and then press the decimal point. Why? Because comma is actually right here. It's right here, comma. And it happens to be in green. So anything in green, like you see up in here, you have to first press second and then hit the button that corresponds with it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do second period. And that's going to give me the comma, and then I'll put 50. Repeat the process, second period, and put the, that didn't go through, second period. And then I'm going to hit the 5, and then close it. Oh, this one's not going to work that way. Delete, delete, delete. Okay, there we go. So that's what we're doing here, and then all you do is press enter. And I have a round number. So the first thing I see in my round selection is 4. And I gotta repeat this and do this 5 times. So I would have 1 down. I gotta do this just 4 more times. That's why I'm gonna repeat in time, because we have to do it in times. So we're probably doing this over again. All you gotta do is press enter. That's how we're doing. Enter, next number, 10, followed by 40, followed by 7, followed by 13. So what we have here is 10, 40, 13, and 7. That is my 5 random selections of integers, which will then become random selections of members of population, which will be replacing with the actual identity. So and to repeat, it's okay. All you do is just exit out, say I can use you, and I'm going to replace you with a different number that has not been repeated by doing a random generator like this again, and just repeat. Press enter again. And that's pretty much how that was working. Okay. So now we're in the Casio using the, can you see? I can't really see these guys, but it's still better than before. Now for these guys here, it's like the Casio. And when it comes to these ones here, there's a mode that we have to go to. And pretty much either you're going to be pressing the mode button or the menu button, whichever it is you have. And from there, you have to press either compute, whichever has compute for computations, or calculations. And that's the one you're doing. So for mine, I'm going to hit menu, which is right here. So hit menu, and notice I have calculate as an option. So I'm going to choose calculate by either highlighting it, going to it, or just hitting the number that corresponds with just 1. And select it with the equals, as I have to do, select the equals. And now I have this set up. So now what I gotta do is I have to get this int. But it's different setup in all the calculators. So what we have to do here is actually press alpha and then period. Okay, because it turns out that the random number generator is right here in red. So anything that's in red is alpha. Anything that's yellow is actually shift. So that's what we're going to do. So alpha, period, and what it'll do, it will start this expression for us. And all it'll do is finish it off. And the other thing I'm going to pretty much note is where the comma is located, because there's no comma here, but it turns out that the comma, might be a little hard to see from here, but it's actually right here, okay, where the right parentheses is at. And it's actually in yellow. So what you have to do here, you're going to press shift first, then the parentheses, the right parentheses, and we'll get the comma. And that's how we obtain comma for these characters. So let's go ahead and get it situated and get it done. So here we go. So is it on? Yeah, it should be on. It is. So therefore, let's go ahead and do alpha, period. And now we can definitely see how the rand in is now being set up. So now what I gotta do is put the residue in. So 1 shift parentheses to get the comma and 50. Then close it with the right parentheses. So now I have this set up. Notice how it just says rand in, but that's okay. That's it. These guys here might change, but it's still the same expression. Now I gotta just press enter, or in this case equals. And we're definitely see 25 this time for this one. So the same thing's happening. Except for this one here, we see 25. And I just repeat it one more time, because that's what we need is 5. So therefore we have 48, followed by 44, 26, and 27. So 48, 44, 26, 27. And that is our random selection of 5 integers, which we'll be using for selected random samples. Okay, so this process works the same way for any CASIL. The only thing that's different is the setup here, but the rest of the navigation is the same for the scientific CASIL.